are back in Ventnor, New Jersey for the Bill Howarth Women's South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. It's my honor to be here with former champion.
I'm Christine Auble, former Margate guard.
And I'm Fran Messino, current captain of the Brigantine City Beach Patrol, on a foggy, somewhat rainy Wednesday afternoon, but still, the fog is cleared and we are ready for action here in Ventnor.
Yeah, as a competitor, today's weather would have really shooken me, so it's going to be a mental game for these women out here tonight, too, getting over the hurricane that is coming up. We just had the South Jerseys are getting postponed. So. Yeah,
the South Jerseys, for those of you who were wondering, have been postponed from Friday until Monday night, and they'll be in Brigantine at 6:30, right at the 17th Street headquarters beach. And tonight, it's, as always, ladies first. We have a good look at some of our competitors right there as they're warming up. We're still a few minutes away from the beginning of the doubles race.
Yeah, that'll be our first race tonight. That water's really chilly, so I can only imagine you jump in for a minute, get cooled off, and then get ready to rock and roll. We have Atlantic City here getting their boat together. Our doubles crew for Atlantic City tonight is Lily Malone and Melissa Tran.
And Christine is right. That ocean is cool. Some summers it just happens where it never really warms up, and it did warm up. I was actually in a couple weeks ago. It was 75 degrees, and then the next day, boom, back to 58.
As you can see, the conditions out there is a low visibility for sure, but it's definitely cleared up since earlier today. Those are that's the swim flag, those two flags there, and then we've got Longport here, returning champs. That's Emma Barnhart, and her doubles partner is Madeline Fox. These two won this event in the doubles last summer.
And you see, we do have a little bit of wave action, not too much, but enough that it will make a difference as always.
Yeah, absolutely. As a competitor going through this, my mindset would definitely be to stay focused, try not to let all these different factors with the weather get in my head as I'm getting ready.
Right, and there goes Avalon's boat. Their doubles crew tonight, Reagan McDonald and Molly McDonald.
Ooh. Some relation, maybe?
I'm thinking, and I was actually talking to one of them this afternoon over in Brigantine, and two-time national champion at Stanford University.
Wow. Well, that's intimidating for sure. But you know, I think as someone who rowed with their sister, that having that experience in the boat together, whether you've been rowing together for a few years or if you have that sibling edge, it does help.
Right, that sibling rivalry.
Yeah, rivalry everywhere else, but in the boat, not so much.
There you go. Yeah, right. Exactly. Again, timing, like Christine's talking about, timing is everything. You want the oars to enter the ocean the same exact moment between the bowman and the sternman, or in this case, bow woman and stern woman. And timing, and we still have, just like any other rowing race, the four main components: the start, the body, the turn, and then the finish. And the finish normally comes down to who works the waves better on the way in. And we start out working the swells, and then when that white water breaks, we want to steer these. Exactly. And here's the good thing about these races. Everyone helps out.
Yeah, I know. Look at Sea Isle's big crew helping them. For Sea Isle tonight, we have Mara Quinn and Molly Quinn. More relation. Absolutely. Those two are definitely great competitors tonight as well, too. That Sea Isle's one to watch as well. They're not going to just hand it over to anyone.
Right. And why don't we go through the list of the girls in the doubles tonight? Brigantine, we have Allie Lee and Molly Hoffman. As we said before, AC is Lily Malone and Melissa Tran. Ventnor, Sam Keogh and Kira Murray. Margate, Grace Gaskill and Alexis Smallwood. Longport, Madeline Fox and Emma Barnhart. Ocean City, Callie Ballore and Chloe Malone. Upper Township, Lauren O'Connell and Kaylee Grimley. Two great lifeguarding families. There are a lot of great lifeguarding families when you look at these names. Sea Isle, Mara Quinn and Molly Quinn. Avalon, Regan and Molly McDonald. Wildwood Crest doesn't have an entry. Cape May, Lindsay Frenia and AP Gray.
Yeah, that's the doubles for tonight. Again, as mentioned earlier, Madeline Fox, Emma Barnhart won this event last year, and they're returning again to defend their championship title. But we do have some great competition out there tonight, so I wouldn't count anybody out. As we're getting started here for the doubles, everyone's getting their boats in order before this foggy start tonight.
And we see a lot of the other members of the Beach Patrols, a lot of parents down there also giving some last-minute instruction.
Absolutely. Atlantic City, we have a newer crew. It's Lily Malone and Melissa Tran. For the doubles later on tonight, Juliana Grenice will be in singles for Atlantic City. Now, the doubles is a long row, so you have to think pacing yourself as these boats start to edge out for their start now. You want to have a quick start, but the body is where you really want to settle in and row together.
And their stroke rate is anywhere from the upper 20s to low to mid 30s. And they really crank it up on the way in.
Absolutely.
Great shot there. And we were kind of concerned earlier, to be honest, with the weather. It was a rainy day down here. A lot of the rookies got to know what it's like to sit in a stand when it rains all the time, because even though the weather might not be that nice, outside of lightning, we will have lifeguards in the stands at all times.
Absolutely. And one thing as a women's competitor, I know myself after the years I've done it, these races usually tend to have big waves, harsh conditions, so these women tonight are exceptionally strong, and they're going to be giving their best effort in some not ideal conditions, but I know they're going to absolutely give it their best. They've been working all season for this last race of the summer for them.
Right. As the hurricane season really amps up, when you think about it, we've already had a hurricane make landfall in the United States early August. As they inch out toward the beginning, you see the lane judges with the paddles, that number 6 right there. That is Brigantine. That's their lane judge. And after they start, we will go through the lane assignments.
Yeah, that paddle up means that lane is ready to go. We've got Kate May getting out there as well. You're in about ankle-deep water for this start, waiting for the flag drop. Very nerve-wracking part of the race.
Remember the pulse rate really increasing, and you don't settle down until you're actually taking strokes.
Yeah. All right, and that's the start. Okay, we have Ocean City getting their oars together. Avalon with their quick start as well. The stern girl is in. Ocean City giving a push.
Brigantine with Allie and Molly.
Great start, really swinging together. You see there's a lot of swell in this surf right at the start here. So it's going to be a choppy start, but this swing together is really important to get that momentum over the surf.
And this is actually our camera right from the shoreline. And once again, shout out to the officials. Some of them were out there on the personal watercrafts and in judge boats, making sure everyone's safe.
Yeah, as you can see, your bow girl is going to be turning around a lot to check what the swell's doing. You sometimes want to give a few slow strokes or really pick it up to be able to get through that break. You don't want to get water in that boat. So we've got Ventnor City out, really great lead so far, but Margate City's not far behind. And then Upper Township, just from this point of view, is tailing Margate, but it's just the start, getting over those swells. And that layback on Upper, really impressive. But after you get through that first wave, you got to really get your momentum back.
And there goes Avalon. We are going to assume that they are the McDonald sisters.
Yeah.
Looking good with their textbook Penn State colors of navy blue and white. I'm a big Penn State fan. I notice that all the time. Yeah. I was talking to their chief earlier today about that. And here we go. Look at the girls are hitting well.
Ventnor, that's again Sam Keogh and Kira Murray. Our own Meg Holland is working the race tonight. That's why I'm in here commentating in her place. But Ventnor has a strong history of really great women's rowers. And I've got Margate's. It is Smallwood and Gaskill on their way out, making their way, chopping through that bumpy ocean. And there's Longport, the defending champs of Madeline Fox, Emma Barnhart, really swinging together. That's where you can see the practice and the training shining through in these tough early moments. You have to stay calm, cool, and collected.
As we are 2 minutes into the race, we have our first lead update. Looks like Ventnor in first place, followed by Sea Isle City, Avalon in third, Longport in fourth, and Upper Township in fifth place.
Yeah, great update, and still anyone's game.
And from Upper Township, Lauren O'Connell and Kaylee Grimley. Her mother is a former South Jersey rowing champion.
Keeping it in the family.
Yes. Although her mother's last name at that time was Finnerty.
As you can see, the bow girl is going to be turning around to make moves. If you're close enough, you're trying to make sure you're not exactly on your competitor's stern. You want to have enough room in between if you're trying to make a passing move. You know, the bow person's really important at this part, being able to call power 10s to get ahead of a nearby boat or to settle in when you need to give yourself that rest.
I was always a big fan of the settle. No, bring it up, bring it up.
Yeah. My sister and I, we've mastered sort of sprint, settle. Don't let them get too close.
And they're already through the singles flags as they head out to the doubles flag. And there was talk earlier with the fog rolling in that we might have a sprint doubles, but we're doing the full distance tonight because the fog is lifted. It's lifted well enough for us to do this.
Yeah. on the shore, we'll see them disappear. The bow person will still be able to see that doubles flag way out there, and that's when having a great bow person is very crucial. You can spot something as soon as it comes up and make sure you're going to the right color. It's an Atlantic City turn tonight, so the boats will be turning north once they get to the flag out there.
Which most of the time, you think about it, in South Jersey, the wind comes out of the south. Most of the time, you make that south turn, north to south. But tonight's a little different as the wind has shifted around.
Yeah.
Hopefully bringing in some warmer water.
Right.
And we do have a lead change. It looks like Sea Isle in first place, followed by Ventnor, Upper Township, Avalon, and Brigantine as your top 5 in the doubles row. And one of Brigantine's rowers, Allie Lee, will be attending St. Joseph's University in the fall.
Oh, that's great.
Her cousins were both South Jersey swim champs.
Oh, wow.
Shane and Brandon.
Well, that's great. I know that for Margate, Grace Gaskell goes to the University of Miami for rowing. And for Madeline Fox, she's a Temple girl for Longport, rowing there as well. So it's great to see that like this program in South Jersey and everything we do with these lifeguard races translates into athletes all over the country.
Exactly. I know sometimes friends of ours watching this can see our phones and they'll text us, hey, great job. We're watching from, again, as far away as the West Coast, California, Washington State.
Absolutely. So we have Team Sea Isle here with their boat currently in the most recent update in first place.
Yeah, nice shot on the shoreline as people are watching.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have our incredible drone shot at this moment just because of the weather conditions. Normally, we love to give you the picture-perfect shot over the flags, but the weather is not really cooperating at this moment.
And you see some of the lane judges actually right there. And that gentleman is holding a course directional. You see that pole sticking up, so the girls can see from the, even almost all the way to the doubles flag most weeks, and it's telling them either to head upward or downward toward their.
Oh yeah, my dad was the expert at holding that for my sister and I. He was a master of letting us know, and we watch it from a rower's perspective. Having a course marker like that is very, very helpful to know in the early stages of the race.
Right, and you want to row the shortest distance between 2 points.
Absolutely. It's already a tough race. You don't want to make it tougher for yourself.
You don't want to make it any longer. With our split screen right there. Still, we have Sea Isle in the lead, followed by Ventnor, Upper Township, Avalon, and Brigantine. We're 6 minutes into the row. They should be coming up on their flags in a minute or two. And this is how we used to watch races.
Yeah.
Before
technology.
Right.
A thing about Sea Isle too, or the Sea Isle rowers. I believe my sister was a rowing coach at Mainland, and she coached the at least one of the twins, Mara or Molly, when they were in high school.
Okay.
And she was there when she found out they got on Sea Isle, and she was excited. I think we might have rowed against them at one point. But we do have a change here. Ventnor is in the top spot now, with Upper Township in second, Sea Isle in third. So it must be a close race out there.
And again, this gives people an opportunity. Maybe they haven't seen one of them for a while. You see people from different beach patrols talking on land. I know a lot of the teachers just received their schedules for the fall. I know I did. I hate to talk about it at my other job, but still, there is an excitement when you get to these out-of-town races.
Yeah, absolutely. And with it being close to the end of the summer, too, it's a great feeling to, especially for the women athletes tonight, when you put all this training in. A lot of the training, at least in what happened with my sister and I, you start in early spring, even before that, to get ready for a race tonight. So it's all coming together now, and it's getting close. We're at 7 minutes and 30 seconds of this race.
And I know some crews, to keep their timing down, actually, they'll keep a boat in their bay at their bay beaches, and they'll row year round.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not every day, but probably once a week or twice a month. Just keeping that timing.
Yes. And it's different from any other kind of rowing as well. Like you might row in a cruise shell all year round, but once you get to the lifeguard boat, it's all about layback.
It's layback, and it's not the most graceful. Although some people would argue it. Sometimes it is, but you are rowing a vessel that was created to save lives.
Yes.
It's so great. I got out a couple weeks ago with one of our younger guards.
Oh, that's great.
Just And the back was fine the next day. You know,
sometimes when you're rowing correctly, it can actually be good on your back. I know my dad has a Van Dyne as well, so it's always been helpful.
Oh, nice.
Rowing in the off season, and then even now being retired, it's such a great way to be outside and get a great workout in.
And every now and then you'll see one that goes up for sale.
Yeah.
On Marketplace, and people are like, how much? I mean, they're not up long because people want to get their hands on these absolute works of art.
Absolutely.
If you've ever seen one built from beginning, it's an empty shell, and then the boatsmen actually, the boat builders, they insert the seats, the bow sheet, and the stern sheet also.
Yeah.
And they normally come out anywhere from 325 to 350 pounds. And once they hit the beach, they do get a lot heavier. Yeah, wear and tear. But they are built for years. You know, they're supposed to last for years, and they do.
It looks like we're getting some updates from our friends down at the shoreline that they have turned the flags. We'll be able to get you a better update on those stats. But we do know that they have turned the doubles flag, headed back in at the halfway point.
Right, and thank you. That's from David Funk, one of our race officials, and again, South Jersey and Margaret Memorial champion numerous times, and Gouty champion. We do have the Goutys coming up next Friday in 9 days here in Ventnor also. And there goes a nice shot of former lifeguard Bob Garbett, former rowing champion, team champion with Ocean City Beach Patrol.
Yeah, there's a lot of generations of history and champions on this beach right now.
Oh, sure. And when you look at the names, it's great to see that this is generational.
Yeah.
All this.
Absolutely. And we have some people emerging from the fog right now.
And yes. They're coming up.
I'm seeing pink, so I'm thinking Longport.
Right.
It helps that they have that bright color on.
And they do have some swells at their work. You'll see them jack the rate up a little bit.
Absolutely. So what we see on our screen now, I believe, is Longport.
And that might be actually Upper Township.
Oh, Upper Township. You're right.
Upper Township has a white boat, but they have a pretty unique script on the side. When you think about it, most are bold letters, capital letters. Upper Township has that.
Yeah. So I guess our standings have changed with Upper in first place, coming in from halfway, with Avalon in second, Ventnor in third, Longport fourth, Seattle fifth. That wind is howling right now, coming from Atlantic City.
It really is.
Flag.
Appreciate the wind a little bit because I think that had something to do with the fog clearing.
Well, I don't know if the rowers appreciate it, but
and we are getting messages. We do not have drones for a little while because of the rain. Hopefully they will get up for the swim and the singles. We'll see.
Yeah. But this is an exciting part of the race. I remember with my sister getting to like where the swim flag is where you really just have to start looking for swells, picking up that pace. If you're in a lead, make sure that lead gets wider, or if you need to catch somebody, now's the time.
And you have to keep your head in the boat, which is difficult.
Absolutely.
You're not supposed to look laterally at the other crews.
Because at this point, anything can happen, too, because the swells are a little bit all over the place tonight. They're not really, like, perfect riding wave material, but, you know, if someone has experience and can maneuver that, it can be their game. Got a nice swing together from Upper at this point.
Once again, that's Lauren O'Connell and Kaylee Grimley.
Right. Now we have Avalon, too, swinging together, trying to pull that momentum up. It's a long race. I can only imagine how exhausting, especially in these conditions. At this point, your right arm is just screaming for help.
Right. We're over 12 minutes into the race, and they are just getting to the singles flags.
Yeah.
Couple more minutes left, and they will be at the finish.
Upper Township has a steady lead, it looks, from that point of view. But Avalon, with these Stanford rower, is
and
not
it
letting
looks like
up.
we may have a lead change, according to our unofficial score.
Yeah. This is where it gets exciting. This is where you leave it all out on the ocean. Upper with a really high stroke rate now as they come past these singles flags. So this is it, everyone. This is the moment.
Yeah, I don't know if it was intentional to wear bright colors, but we do appreciate it.
Yeah, tonight we do.
And we say all the time, a lot of the different cities have different boat colors.
Yeah.
But tonight I see a lot of white boats tonight.
Yeah. Looking for some kind of wave to help them out, but it looks like just little swells, so definitely good to keep it steady like they're doing all the way through to the finish. Look at that weight coming off of their bow. They're really pulling these women, using all their strength to get to the end.
Here we go as we go back and forth.
A little bit of a wave for upper, but you just got to ride those swells and give them the momentum. There we go. Right off the bow. And keep moving. Don't ever stop.
Right, because when that wave passes you, it actually comes back a little bit, and you feel that push. And sometimes that stroke is more important than the one where you're getting a little push.
Exactly. So it looks like neck and neck right now. We're getting less and less ocean, closer to the beach. Some waves building. See if that does anything for anybody.
And keeping that bow straight.
Good adjustment on Avalon's part
waves.
right there.
I
Really,
think this
really good.
They're going to catch this one.
Yeah, it's really building right in front of them. We'll see what happens, but we're right close to the shore at this point.
Or maybe not. You never know. Sometimes they peek up and you're like, oh, here we go. And then,
there's a wave. Let's go ahead. Avalon jumping back to ride it. Yes, Avalon. What a great wave to catch. Oh, the smiles are everything. Go, Avalon. Oh, and the bow adjusting well to help. Shooting that wave like a champion right there. All the way in, and now they could take a break and ride that through the finish line. What a beautiful, beautiful control over that wave. I love to see it.
And a beautiful ad for Avalon. Jeez.
Wow.
Great job, ladies.
Fantastic. Oh, that was textbook. A really, really smart move to jump back that way. Congratulations, Avalon. What a way to make it through the finish line. And Upper Township, a great row by them as well, coming in now too. Just not a wave on their side like Avalon had. Oh, fantastic.
And you've had that happen.
I love to catch waves like that at the end. Oh, it's a great feeling, especially to be done rowing, but to do it in style.
And every point counts. Yep. So you see these crews still fighting it out.
Yeah, Sea Isle and Longport here that we can see on our screens.
It looks like they're battling for 4th and 5th.
Right, we haven't seen Ventnor come through, but Sea Isle just edging out Longport here to finish. Oh, and yeah, we're all really close here. That's where our teammates come in to help. We've got Ventnor who came in 3rd. Again, that is Sam Keogh and Kia Murray for Ventnor.
Good job to all the ladies.
Yeah, that was definitely a feat of strength. When it's almost a 15-minute race, that was the ocean was against you.
And that's official South Jersey distance. That's where you want to have it.
Yeah. Oh, look at
Cape May with a nice wave.
Yeah. I love to see these women riding waves like that. Using that skill. Got another one building up.
Yeah, just stay back there.
Yeah.
And again, see how they die out sometimes? That could be the difference between places.
It's so tricky. I believe that's Ocean City making their way in as well.
And we see a lot of younger crews this year.
Yeah.
Like Ventnor's crew. This is their first year.
Yeah, for me, I'm only 2 years retired, and it's almost a completely new roster of people. I've only rode against maybe Madeline and Emma at Longport and maybe the Sea Isle twins, but that's about it.
It looks like our top 7, remember the first 5 score. We have Avalon in 1st, Upper Township in 2nd, Sea Isle in 3rd, host Ventnor in 4th, Longport in 5th, and Cape May and Brigantine in 6th and 7th.
Great row by all these women tonight, especially on a day when the conditions you didn't know if you were going to be racing tonight.
And there go some of the guys and girls helping out. All the crews coming in.
Margate City making their way in, followed by Ocean City.
And it's amazing what can happen in a year.
Yeah.
Some of the names you're hearing today, maybe they're not in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Come back in 2025 and you're going, wait a minute. Yeah, you get so much experience from these races.
Yeah.
And the reason we race is because, hey, it keeps us on top for the rescues.
Oh, yeah. Margate with a wave to bring it in. But they're right on shore here.
And you'll see when they turn sideways, you hit the high side.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. You want to keep your weight toward that white water.
All smiles in the boat now, just bringing it in.
And big thanks to our host, Ventnor, who puts on an incredible job.
Yeah, shout out to Meg Holland, who does an incredible job. And great highlight of this race is that Meg always asks retired women lifeguards to be lane assistants and lane judges. So it gives us a reason to come on back and still feel a part of the lifeguarding family.
Once a lifeguard, always a lifeguard. You know, seriously. I mean, to me, you've never left. Especially over the winter. Ironically, one day I was out sick. My substitute teacher was Christine.
Me.
I said, I have faith that class will be run probably in a better manner than I did. And here's Atlantic City coming. And again, some young crews in an ocean that's not exactly easy to row, especially because your visibility is so low.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, when you get a tough ocean like this and it's your last race of the summer, it only gives you so much fuel to train the next year to be like, oh, I'm coming back bigger and better. But all these women should be really proud of themselves doing a race like this tonight. It definitely shows heart and grit and determination. Atlantic City definitely making their way in. This beach patrol is always in the boat, so I'm sure they're very familiar. And
all right, we're going to go down to Christian. We're going to go to break. Okay, we're going to go to break, and we will be right back.
The difference between a lawyer in Philly and a true Philly lawyer is that a lawyer makes you a pitch, but a Philly lawyer makes you a promise. A lawyer gives you their office hours, but a Philly lawyer gives you their cell number. A lawyer knows construction site negligence from a textbook, but a Philly lawyer knows from experience. A lawyer will accept payment in cash or credit, but a Philly lawyer won't accept a dime unless you win. You can find lawyers anywhere. Just Google them. But true Philly lawyers, the kind who fight for you like family, who know how to stand toe-to-toe with the big corporations, well, you only find them at Stampone, O'Brien, Dilsheimer Law.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
Growing up in Philly, you respect community, family, and hard work. Our childhoods were surrounded by generations of construction workers, law enforcement officers, factory workers, firefighters, you name it. People who put their bodies on the line to earn a living. Where you grow up shapes who you are, and we couldn't be prouder to be from Philly. It's a community that values family, hard work, and above all else, authenticity. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. White collar, blue collar, short sleeves, tattoo sleeves. As long as you're true to yourself and true to others. That's the bedrock of Stampone, O'Brien, Dilsheimer Law. Because too many law offices are out there giving people lip service.
So we're kicking off the swim here tonight at the Bill Howarth Women Lifeguard Invitational. You will notice that the swimmers have been instructed that they can wear wetsuits this evening.
Yeah, because we are in sub 60 degree ocean temp.
Yeah.
And it really helps you keep warm, those wetsuits. When you think about it, I mean, we have people, a lot of our friends who surf year round. And I remember, I think we had one of the biggest winter swells we ever had over this winter.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I was watching videos, and those waves were huge, and everyone you knew was out because of the wetsuit.
And that initial chill when you first jump in, oh my gosh, I don't wish that on anyone, especially this evening. So I understand the wetsuits, and it's a great call on Ventnor's side to be safety oriented. And as you can see, everyone's still like in a nice pack here. Not so much, a couple breakaways at this point, but you can see these waves are really crashing. So not a smooth swim out.
Looks like a bit of a sandbar too.
Right.
So just when you think you're through the waves, but it'll help you on the way in, but going out.
Yeah.
And they're trying to catch your breath.
I was gonna say. especially when it's cold and you're catching your breath and getting through these waves. It is not an easy swim tonight.
And we do have some swim cap colors, but it looks like a lot of the colors are the same.
Yeah, we'll try to give you our best reading. I'm wondering if that A is Atlantic City swim cap.
And
like
Atlantic
for
City swim
Atlantic City
cap
High School, at least.
is a navy color, so we don't know. That might be Liliana Kime.
Right, who's swimming for Atlantic City. We'll go through. We have, for Brigantine, it's, you can correct me, is it Grace Emig?
Grace Emig.
Emig, okay. Liliana Kime for Atlantic City. For Ventnor, we have Leah Nuremberg. For Margate, Monica Iadornov. For Longport, Megan Fox. Ocean City is Summer DeWitt. Upper is Ava Smith. Sea Isle is Mary Kate Leonard. Avalon is Becca Kubler. Then we don't have anything for North Wildwood, or but for Wildwood Crest, we do have Grace McGee, and Cape May is Maddie Bickford.
So we have most of the South Jersey Chiefs Beach Patrols here represented today. And now I hate to mention this, but we are getting to that time of the year where some of the college students are already leaving.
Right.
Freshman orientations are starting. Actually, summer workouts, fall workouts are starting. I know it's only early August, but this is what happens. This is why we need all you young guys and girls to try out for the Beach Patrols.
We do have orange cap. That is Brigantine, I believe. Oh, Brigantine or Wildwood Crest. So one or the other here.
And you'll notice when you go to a South Jersey beach, most of the colors are red, white, and blue. Wildwood Crest and Brigantine are orange and blue.
Do you know why?
I know why we're orange.
Oh, why?
Well, through the years, I mean, we were blue and white, we were red and white. We chose orange years ago because it's the international life-saving color.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yes, and that started in 1968, but fully in the early 80s, 1983, when the late great James King changed our colors from blue and white to orange and blue, orange, blue, and white.
Thank you for that, Fran. I didn't know that. And Brigantine will be hosting the South Jerseys,
yes,
which have now been postponed to this Monday.
Till Monday. And we know Sea Isle and Margate, you guys...
we have green.
Green.
Yeah. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you.
North Wildwood has a hint of green, too. I mean, in their boats. I've noticed that at past races.
Yeah, well, I study fashion now. That's what I do. So I do love a little bit of variety with the colors.
Right.
As we can see, this is a nice pack of swimmers here grouped together. So at this point, you're trying to look for the flag to see where you're going to turn, but you're also making sure you're out of the way of, your competitors. My sister on Atlantic City Beach Patrol and we just did the Atlantic City Triathlon, and that's a lot of people in the water.
Great job.
At one time.
I saw, yes, that you did that. I also noticed when I was driving to work that a couple exits were closed. Like, yeah, it's try time. Try to find a way to work and do the triathlon.
And these swimmers are getting really close to this flag right now. You're going to just be able to see who turns first. That's what this boat out here for, Ventnor's boat, is going to be able to make sure all the swimmers get around the flag in the right direction. And they call out their name so they know who's finishing.
As they make their way back to shore.
Yeah. You'll notice some college caps. I believe there's a Rutgers cap over there. So.
And this is our shore camera,
Yeah.
our handheld. Doing a great job, whoever is the cameraman.
Absolutely. I know that, let's see. Yeah, maybe Megan Fox might be the Rutgers cap. I know she swims for them.
Okay.
Yeah. And it does say she has a red cap on tonight, so we'll have to see.
It's always easy to tell that scarlet color.
Yeah. Neck and neck here with these top two swimmers, it looks like. At this point, too, it's about using the current to your advantage. But at the same time, you don't want to swim more, same as the row.
Oh, exactly. Remember, these ladies are out in sub-60-degree ocean temps. And even though you're wearing a wetsuit, you're not wearing a wetsuit on your head or your hands. Yeah. So or your feet. I don't think they're wearing booties, so they are getting the effects of this.
And there's pros and cons to wearing a wetsuit. You know, you're getting warmer, but it might drag you down a little bit more. So not to say it's a complete advantage to have one or not. It's definitely the athlete's call at that point, what they prefer. Yeah, it's going to be close to these two closest on the left of our screen here. It looks like they're coming in first with the pack here. We do have someone pulling away, but...
And we might have a shorter swim than normal, but still, all that means is you have to go faster for a shorter period of time. You still have to be faster than your the other competitors.
Now, this is going to be an exciting finish because it's going to come down to the run out, I believe. I mean, it's really neck and neck. So whoever catches a wave, who's ever able to run up to the line first.
This is close.
Like we said with that sandbar.
It is something when you see the swimmers and they give everything and then they pop up and they have to run to the finish line. It's not like a pool where they're touching the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
They are running.
Absolutely. This is exciting. It really looks like the current is gliding them a little bit towards the south, but now we're in the wave zone here where you might see people start to pop up.
It is something we have, I think, 4 red caps, 3 navy caps.
Yeah.
So we will get their names to finish by our spotters in the field tonight.
Oh, these top 2, though, is going to be so exciting. There's some swell building now, so this is a great point to be thinking about body surfing, what you're going to catch. You know, you don't want to give it too much on a wave and then miss it, but you want to keep your momentum going. Here's a wave coming now. Building, building. These 2 are neck and neck. It'll be interesting for the surf dash as well tonight with this kind of chest deep swell.
And there goes someone on a wave.
Yep.
Navy blue cap.
Taking the lead, head popping up there. Oh, the person right behind her just couldn't catch it.
And now they're in a gully.
Yeah.
So sandbar, gully, and then you'll see them get up.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. The gully too is like, for anyone who's gone to the beach, it can be tough to get out of. So swimming competitively right now, you feel like you have to really fight with momentum. That's a great stroke though for this first place finisher, coming in strong.
There goes Avalon's chief, Matt Wolf.
It looks like Avalon's cheering, so I believe that's their swimmer coming in now. And for Avalon, we have, let's see, that was Becca Kubler for Avalon. Wow, finishing strong for their patrol, coming in for the swim right afterwards. And that is Megan Fox for Longport coming in now. Two great swims. You can't be mad about that. That is a cold ocean and a very, very difficult swell.
Yeah, we officially already we have Avalon and Longport have finished.
Yeah, we'll be able to tell you more as they start to come in now, but it is a good pack of swimmers coming in at the same time here. Ocean City in third.
That looked like a sea isle color right there. I could be wrong.
Ocean City was Summer DeWitt, who just came in third.
Looks like sea isle Mary Kate Leonard is in.
Okay.
So yeah, so right now in the swim, Avalon, Longport, Ocean City, Sea Isle, and we're waiting for the 5th place finisher, who again, the top 5 score points.
And right now, Avalon's off to a really strong start with 2 first places.
Yeah, that's a total of 10 points after 2 events. Sometimes that's almost enough to clinch, but we have 2 events left. We have the singles and the surf dash.
You're right. Seattle was in our 4th position here, as we still wait for a 5th to be filled. This is where it comes out to the run, giving it all you've got left. And now you have to make sure you're going the right way after being in the water. Someone's got to point your way.
Look at these 2 ladies. And I know in orange, that's Grace Emig from Brigantine.
Oh, edging out on the run here. Wow. They finished way down beach and had to run it.
It looks like Brigantine scoring a point in 5th place.
Impressive finish. Yeah, it's really disorienting to get out of the water and figure out where you are.
And you pop your head up, and people are screaming and pointing. Just what you want.
Yeah.
After giving everything you've had for over 10 minutes in a cold ocean.
Thousands of people telling you what to do. And 5th place was Atlantic City. They have it in as.
Okay.
Wow, there's a change there.
And I guess Brigantine was 6th.
Yeah, must have been.
Still, great way to get up and run out of that ocean, ladies.
Yeah. It's got to be tough. The cold it doesn't like subside. It just makes you numb. So it's a difficult swim. Hats off to all these women that really represent what Beach Patrol is all about, being able to swim long distances and have that endurance.
A lot of smiles there in that lane where Avalon Beach Patrol is as we head towards the next event, which will be the singles. I actually see Christian down there. I don't know if he's interviewing anyone, but he's that tall, handsome, blonde fellow in the background. Looks like they're setting up the camera.
Yeah, I'll be able to get you a great interview with some of the Avalon potential winners here. Thank you to Ventnor and this Beach Patrol for putting on such a great event tonight. This is our support staff here on the Sea-Doo. It's a really important job to make sure all the swimmers finish in safely.
Right. And they also keep other boats, which would not be a problem tonight, but sometimes, again, we mentioned this before, you're in the middle of an event and a power boat goes through.
Yeah, not good.
And now we're going to send it down to Christian with some interviews. He's with Avalon's first place swimmer.
And some of our swimmers are still coming in at this point now here. Lots of action at this shoreline, making sure oars are out of the way, boats are going to get started. It's controlled chaos down there.
Controlled chaos. Excellent way of looking at it.
And a lot of our rowers end up doubling up and doing singles after they've already done doubles as well. So once you get in, you kind of have only the swim to cool off, and then you get back in the boat. Just dealing with.
So I kind of would know.
There she goes.
Okay, we've got our sound back now. Looks like some of the boats are getting ready for the singles race to get started.
Yeah, we'll try to get back to Christian in a second. Humidity, moisture really is not, it's not good for electronics, as we all know. As we see members right there from Brigantine, Avalon, Sea Isle, interspersed. And a lot of these guys go to high school and college together, or went to high school and college together.
Exactly. It's great chance to catch up with one another. I know I loved seeing some of the girls after, like, especially the Southern Beach Patrols that are just farther away when I was up in Margate.
Yeah, each town at the membership Beach Patrols of the South Jersey Chiefs Association has their own unique flavor.
Right. That's why it's exciting every year with jerseys to be in a new town.
Right.
Get to see everybody's home turf. How everyone puts on a race differently.
Exactly. You know, you might see a new idea, a new way of doing things.
Yeah. And the funny thing about tonight and these conditions is this is what lifeguards are used to, is like sort of adapting to these conditions. You might have a day like this on the beach when you still have to sit there in the lifeguard stand.
I was walking on the beach today and I saw a lot of the rookies sitting in the stands. And they're like, "Hey, Chief."
How are their faces?
I mean, "Hey, Captain." I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "You'll get over it. You're bored right now, but you'll get over it."
We've all been there.
All right. Looks like after two events, we have, well, the official scoring for the doubles. We have Avalon in first with 5 points, Longport in second with 4, Ocean City in third with 3 points, Sea Isle fourth with 2 points, and Atlantic City with 1 point. And actually, that was the swim. That was a swim. If we back it up to the doubles, again, Avalon with 5 points in first, Upper Township in second with 4, Sea Isle with 3, in third place, Ventnor in fourth place with 2 points, and Longport in fifth place with 1 point.
Very exciting turn of events here this evening. Lots of really, really determined women doing their best in some not ideal conditions.
Right. And right now we have Avalon leading the competition with 10 points.
That's a great start for Avalon.
Looks like CL has 5 points. Longport also has 5 points total.
I believe I'm looking at Ocean City's Lexi Santer, who's going to be rowing singles, doing her warm-up.
Okay.
Lexi's an incredible athlete. And it's important to warm up right now because I'm sure once your toes hit that ocean, it's pretty cold. And for Brigantine, we have Molly Hoffman. She's going to be rowing in the singles tonight. And we've got Meg over there, just making a quick appearance.
Right. And you'll notice
race together.
There is a bow holder allowed in the male and female competitions because you do not want that bow turning in the surf.
Right. It's
safety-wise, and you don't want to get in anyone else's lane, and that happens sometimes.
Exactly. And then we have Longport in the pink, and that is going to be Madeline Fox in singles with her doubles partner holding her bow there. I always like that for my sister and I. My sister would, Amanda, would do the singles, and I'd hold her bow. It's just something about being a doubles crew where you kind of know each other and where you want the boat positioned as opposed to anyone else. I'd maybe trust my dad too, but that's about it.
And there goes Jenny Rafter from Cape May getting ready. And we are at the start line. They're going to start any second. You see the placards are up by the lane judges.
And it is tough to start when your boats are nice and close together. You want to get out nice and clean without bumping oars or boats or anything like that. But this ocean doesn't really want you to stay in your own lane. Alexei looks like Vince Grenice is holding Juliana Grenice's boat, and they're off. Avalon right in. Sometimes that's the smartest thing you can do is just get in the boat. Some people want to give a longer push.
And that's Regan McDonald once again.
Yeah, getting those oars straight together. Looks like Lexi's going to have to pull a couple on her left to get around, but she's still out in front, which is good. Got to look out for these swells. It's really going to get these boats tonight. Brigantine with a great start, really great start.
There goes Molly Hoffman.
And it's just you in the boat, so you're using all your strength. That layback is crucial right now to get that momentum from a dead stop.
Molly also attends St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia.
Now, something that happens, too, you might have noticed, like Lexi's oars, it's like they might pop out of the oar lock at this point because it's just so bumpy. It's all about making these quick adjustments as fast as you can.
That's a good point, Christine. Even though the waves they might not be the biggest, it is a bumpy ocean right now.
Exactly. It's all about having the control. And look at Madeline really, really laying back and using her strength here to get her moving. You want to be nice and fast over these waves just because the faster you are, the smoother your boat's going to be in an ocean like this. When you get little stops, it's going to be like starting from scratch.
You see the ladies looking for their flags already.
Exactly. But that wind is really ripping, and especially right here in the beginning of the surf, you're going to get moved down a lot. It's always smart to sort of start upwind.
Good point.
Yeah, so we've got Lexi, and is it for Cape May? We have Jenny Rafter, aiming for her flag as well. But that wind is definitely moving.
Right, and unofficially, almost 2 minutes into the singles row, we have Ventnor in first, followed by Ocean City, Brigantine, Sea Isle, and Cape May. And once again, most of them are using Oar House oars, and they're all rowing boats made by Van Dyne Boat Builders.
Yeah, for Ventnor tonight we have Sam Keogh, who did the doubles. So it's an incredible feat to be able to do the doubles and be.
She has a really nice stroke too.
In singles, right?
And it's something from behind, like on the stern, you rarely can tell.
Yeah.
You cannot differentiate most beach patrols.
Right.
I think that's Ocean City because they have a unique way of detailing their boats on the stern.
Yeah. And I've seen Lexi out there. This is a real feat for these women right now. That's brute strength to get to that flag. Look at the flag and the way the wind is howling. And it's just you in that boat.
Wind is definitely picked up from this afternoon.
You've got to throw all your body weight into that bow to get that boat some momentum, because everything right now is working against you. Turning around to check and making those adjustments is going to be crucial, as right now Sam Keogh gets around the flag.
And that's a nice course by Sam.
Yeah, I mean, in this wind, that's about as close as you're going to be able to get, and that's a really great turn. Knocking over the flag at this point. Oh, everything you've got left, Sam. Giving it her all to come back in now. Cape May turning their flag, knocking it over. Looks like Ocean City's making an adjustment to get back to their flag.
And you are allowed to knock your flag over as long as you go around it.
Yeah.
And these ladies are getting blown against their flag, even though they're trying to get themselves as much space as possible. And all the flag builders are saying, please don't break those flags. They're pretty sturdy.
Something my sister and I always did was go out and do flag turn practice. Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, you hate to see it caught up like that. Oh, that is really tough in an ocean like this. It's so hard to get unstuck. It looks like they've done it. Brigantine and Ocean City. Oh, Ventnor coming in now. Getting closer. That's Margate's. Margate for singles is, it says Alexis Smallwood, but I'm not sure. I believe that's Grace Gasco, it looks like, for Margate, just from my own experience being on that patrol. But we have Ventnor rowing in now, getting closer and closer to the shore.
And you might report, listen, these are our competitors, and then you might have another row off in between.
Right. Because
it takes a little bit of time, obviously, to print up these programs. And that's what happens sometimes. We're talking about people.
Avalon turning their flag right now. Avalon's rower is
Regan McDonald.
Regan McDonald, another double up. So someone who just did the doubles, doing the singles, using all that extra energy they have for one more race. I can only imagine how exhausting that must be.
And we can hear people screaming in the background as Ventnor comes very close to shore.
Yeah.
They're at least in the gully right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, what a wave. Oh, my goodness. Who is that? Upper Township? What an incredible wave right now to ride it like that down the side. Wow, very smart, very tactful. Oh, that was a great wave, but also coming up on SJL here, and it crashes. That for singles in Upper Township.
Lorna Connell.
Lorna is a veteran. I've rowed against Lorna. Really, really great rowing right there to catch a wave like that. And looks like Ventnor's coming in to win the singles. Looking out for that break coming in. That's
right.
Pure exhaustion right there. Sam Keogh for Ventnor. And the waves are picking up, it looks like to me. At least on the outside of that sandbar.
Yeah, they are.
Boats coming in now.
All right, we have, in first place, singles, we have Ventnor, followed by SJL. Cape May, that's Jenny Rafter from Cape May in third. Longport, that's Madeline Fox from Longport in fourth.
Great row by Madeline.
And, of course, her sister was in the swim, Megan. Good shot of Ventnor lifting the boat.
Yeah, it's always great to win on your home turf. I wish Margate had a home turf.
Oh, I think we have a boat.
Oh, no.
Might be having some difficulty out there.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Great row in by Upper Township. That wave, I'm going to think about that. That was really cool to catch a wave like that. Whether or not you finish anywhere, that was impressive. And again, jumping back. Oh, high side, high side. There we go. It's tough to catch those shore breakers. But that one on the outside was up. Looks like we've lost Margate's rower. Has left the boat. But I believe she's just grabbing her oars, and she looks like she's okay.
Right.
Which is the top priority.
And this is something when you're inside these surf boats, these lifeguard boats, it's slippery in there.
Oh, yeah.
You have your seat and you have foot stretchers, but you are getting rocked around in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you hit that low side, you can fall out. Or she might have just jumped out to grab her oars.
Yeah.
But sometimes you come down and you'll shear, you'll go sideways, and you'll lose your oars as you're hanging onto the boat.
Might be the safest thing to do sometimes to get out of there. Ocean City bringing it in after a really strong start. Just had to get over with their flag and got caught up with Brigantine, so that's sometimes really tough. Got a lot of people out probably just to make sure that everyone's getting in safely. Yeah, it looks like the singles row is Ventnor in first place, SJL second, Cape May third, Longport fourth, and Upper Township fifth.
Upper Township so far with the wave of the day.
Yeah, wave of the day.
Although Avalon
that was cool.
Avalon and the doubles.
I like to see it. I really love to see it. I love to see women shooting waves like that. It's so great. I know on my beach patrol, I had great women teach me how to do it, and Meg teaches a lot of women how to do it as well. So it's a great thing that we pass on to each other, just as the men do.
As you see the shoreline right there, Avalon moving their boat up. And again, guys, every point counts.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Avalon placed in this event, so that doesn't mean that another beach patrol can't fill the void. That's a technique to drain the water out of a boat that's gotten full up a little bit there. We've got in the crowd there, that's Stacy Price, Ventnor, who is a champion herself.
That's right.
Now she's holding a lane judge for the first time, now retired.
All right, we're going to send it down to Christian with the winner of our singles event.
I'm here with just tell me how to like this.
What's justice to a team with well over a century of combined legal experience, with over 15,000 personal injury cases won and a 99% success rate? It's a decision to speak up for the vulnerable and help them find their voice. It's a stance to never settle for less than you deserve and always demand the utmost respect. Because justice isn't a destination, it's something you work for, you fight for, with every case and every client. At Stampone, O'Brien, Dilsheimer Law, we weren't always the big kid on the block. We know what it's like to be overworked and underappreciated in a community of proud, hardworking people who pour their heart and soul into everything they do. We know that either you run the day or the day runs you. So to all our friends, family, neighbors, and clients who have suffered injury at the hands of another, it's time to seek out the justice you deserve. It's time to seek out Stampone, O'Brien, Dilsheimer Law.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
What is a lawyer? Is a lawyer a protector? Is a lawyer a teacher? Is a lawyer a caregiver? Is a lawyer a mentor? Is a lawyer a fighter? We see the good in lawyers. Our lawyers see the good in you.
The difference between a lawyer in Philly and a true Philly lawyer is that a lawyer makes you a pitch, but a Philly lawyer makes you a promise. A lawyer gives you their office hours, but a Philly lawyer gives you their cell number. A lawyer knows construction site negligence from a textbook, but a Philly lawyer knows from experience. A lawyer will accept payment in cash or credit, but a Philly lawyer won't accept a dime unless you win. You can find lawyers anywhere. Just Google them. But true Philly lawyers, the kind who fight for you like family, who know how to stand toe-to-toe with the big corporations. Well, you only find them at Stampone, O'Brien, Dilsheimer Law.
All right. And we are back after 3 events. Unofficially, we have Avalon with 10 points, Sea Isle with 9, Ventnor and Longport both with 7 points, Upper Township with 5, and Cape May with 3. So we have a lot. We have at least 4 beach patrols still in the running here with Avalon, Sea Isle, Ventnor, and Longport, and Upper Township. So we have 5 beach patrols in the running. Importantly, the tiebreaker is the doubles. Avalon holds the tiebreaker. Now we come up with one of our signature events of the Bill Howarth races here. We have the surf dash, which every lifeguard has. This is the most common rescue. We call them can runs or surf dashes, and it looks like we're almost ready to go with this.
Yeah, and it's going to be an interesting race right now because the surf has really gotten bigger with this hurricane on the out to sea, and all these conditions are just like getting together and making it foggy, rainy, and big swell. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. And Senior Lieutenant Holland, Meg, she's right there, race coordinator, actually making sure everyone gives the girls enough room, enough lane to compete this, because this is also for bragging rights.
Yeah, and Meg knows herself from being in the surf dash for many, many years, up until just recently. She was a surf dash competitor and a championship Ventnor surf dasher.
And there we have some of our younger lifeguards who are going out into the ocean.
The freezing cold ocean.
The freezing cold ocean to hold the lane markers for each beach patrol.
Chivalry is not dead. Look at these men holding the pole for the women.
And this young lady also. I've said this before. I did this my rookie year for the doubles and singles in Brigantine in 1980.
Oh, my gosh.
And the South Jerseys are back in Brigantine for the first time since 1980.
Wow, wow.
We shared the title in 92 with Avalon and Ocean City. Avalon won the tiebreaker. They hosted, and last year we were lucky enough, well, fortunate enough actually, to win in Margate, and we'll be in Brigantine on Monday.
Yeah, these are the unsung heroes right now holding the stake in the water, getting crashed on by waves, trying to hold it steady. Looks like when the swell recedes, it's just about waist deep.
There is someone out there aligning them, so no one has an advantage. Like right now, it looks like 8 and 9 are together, and we will have some of these lifeguards. You have to actually bury that lane marker a little bit.
That's Meg out there getting everybody in together, as she does. Yep. Making sure everyone's right in line where they're supposed to be. Oh, and here comes a big wave. Hold on.
Believe it or not, Christine, I was that young and skinny at one time. As these young men right there.
I'll see getting washed away. This is a difficult job. You have to have your legs about you.
And they've worked all day.
Oh, yes,
They sat in the rain, in the fog,
and
all day.
And now they're here.
But still, it's the best summer job you'll ever have.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. You have memories like this, and you laugh. And you remember I couldn't hold it, and we just kept getting washed around.
All right.
This looks as good as it'll get,
As good as it gets, which reminds me of the Jack Nicholson movie. What if this is as good as it gets?
I think that is. And we have the women getting ready with the cans across the body.
Brigantine's Megan Winterbottom.
Looking like she's ready to go. The lane markers are up.
They're up. They're going to start this thing in a hurry.
If you thought the Olympics were fast.
Here they go.
There's some speed. I got Ocean City up there as well.
And you'll see they're carrying their traditional torpedo can, which all lifeguards are issued.
Oh, that was a fast turn. This is
fast.
Event. So this is mostly up to like waist deep, so it's going to be a lot of high knees to get there. Sprinting and just keeping those legs up.
And it's 4 legs. This is the second leg going out.
Yeah, essentially a relay team of your 4 fastest surf dashers. Ocean City jumping over a wave there. We've got Ventnor just behind someone there.
Working the waves.
Yeah.
The waves will give you a little advantage, but you have to spring right up.
Yeah,
when
look
you
at
get off
those
that
legs
wave.
way up in the air there.
Is that
And we've got
Margate?
Margate. Yeah, Margate's been doing really well all season. They've had a lot of training for their surf dash, and they're here to finish out the summer strong.
Some of these ladies, they're all incredibly fast. Some are just really, really fast.
Yeah. That's Margate's Monica Adornov coming in. And that team for Margate is Juliana Duff, Isabella, Cameron Smallwood, and Kaylee Duff. We'll be able to tell you soon as we get closer.
Looks like Ventnor and Margate.
Wow, and that looks like Ventnor's singles rower who's also surf dashing right now.
Right. And if you're not familiar with the area, these towns are right next to one another.
Mm-hmm.
We will give you the official finish shortly. Thank you to our spotters tonight. In the field tonight, we have Lynn, who's doing a great job. Thank you. It looks like in first place tonight in the surf dash, unofficially, we have Margate, followed by Ventnor.
That was a close race between Margate and Ventnor.
Yeah, it really was. All these ladies were really moving.
Yeah.
And you know what? And you had that one intangible too when the wave broke, but like it wasn't going anywhere. It looked like it was standing still. Sometimes so close to shore.
Now something like that too, getting a second place for Ventnor can change a lot of the scoring too tonight. So we'll have to see what happens once we figure it out. But that was a quick event. It's over before you know it if you blink. But really such a great example of women lifeguards and their ability to save people.
It looks like in first place Margate, second place Ventnor, third place Ocean City, fourth place SJL, and fifth place Avalon. Now you may be wondering, what does that fifth place mean for Avalon? When the tiebreaker, South Jersey rules,
Oh my gosh, it might
is
come
the
down to
doubles.
something
It
like
might
that.
come down for the team title. It might come down to that because it looks like, again, unofficially, we may have two teams with 11 points.
Wow. Oh, that's exciting. Well, this race has been something.
And we're going to go down
Hey
to
there, Fran and
Christian.
Christine, I'm here with Margate Beach Patrol, who just took the win in the women's surf dash. Guys, a bit of a shorter course and some rough conditions out there, but how are you guys able to get the win?
I think we were able to get the win because our team's really fast and we have the sprinting abilities.
We practice sometimes. We practice like hurdling over the waves, but so I guess we don't know what to do.
You guys had a strong finish there at the end, so how does it feel to get a win in a competition as big as this for your patrol?
It feels great.
Feels
because
great.
We kept getting second throughout the year, so it's good that we were finally able to win at South Jerseys.
We were determined, but I guess it finally paid off.
Well, a big win here for Margate, closing out the Haworth Lifeguard Championships. Back to you, Fran and Christine.
Christian, it looks like unofficially we have three teams with 11 points. Again, we were talking about an English teacher doing math.
I'm no help.
And it looks like right now, again, unofficially, we have Avalon, Sea Isle, and Ventnor with
Wow.
11 points.
Wow. Yeah, it's been a great race tonight with, not a clear winner. So this is going to be an exciting awards ceremony at the end here. And
Right, because a lot can happen. We may, again, these scores and placings are unofficial.
yeah,
And there goes one of the Avalon girls getting a victory ride.
oh, you love to see it. Avalon does have really great support.
Camaraderie,
Yeah,
yes.
they do.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at the Bill Howard Women's Lifeguard Invitational. It's been great to commentate with you again, Fran. I missed you.
Great seeing you too, always. And we will see you on Monday night from Binghamton, New Jersey for the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Swim there, lifeguard.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.